You may have noticed these symbols appearing on equipment. These are augmented reality markers. Each marker is a point where you can get information about the asset that it's connected to. A marker contains live values, history, alerts, details, and documentation. Unlike barcodes, AR markers read from a long distance. Reading a marker is easy. It requires a smartphone or tablet device. Simply launch the ARDI-AR app and look at the marker through the screen. You'll instantly receive information about the asset you're looking at and what's connected to it. Here you can see the information about one of our valves, with measurements that are being updated with live data. Let's take a look at how the information is presented. At the top is our asset name and reference number. Here you'll also find the lock button. Touch this to freeze the scan in place so you can lower your device and still keep the information visible. Below this you'll find the asset information, starting with measurements. The purple bars are headings, with the details appearing between them. Some measurements include buttons. Press Chart to get access to measurement history, or Pin to place that measurement at the top of the screen so you can continue to watch it while you work elsewhere. Items with arrows next to them are links. Touch them to download documents or open other programs. Some headings include View Origin buttons, which will open details about another asset. To demonstrate, we'll click on this one to be taken to the flow transmitter. If a heading has an arrow, you can click on it to be shown extra details. In this case, we can open the alerts list to see all of the inactive alarms on our device. When there's too much detail to fit on the screen at once, you can scroll the information by touching and swiping. The back button takes you to the marker you started from. There are several status indicators on the left-hand side of your details. The isolation indicator is red when the asset is not isolated, grey if the system is unsure, or green if ARDI believes the asset is correctly isolated. Please note that this is an indication only. You should always follow the procedure and verify the isolations yourself. The alert indicator tells you that there's an alert or alarm present on this asset. The zero energy indicator is red when there appears to be energy present in the asset, or blue if ARDI isn't aware of any. The upstream alert indicator lets you know that a piece of equipment connected to this one has an active alert. This can help track down the root cause of a problem you're having. On the right-hand side are your navigation buttons. This button lists all of the assets that are connected to the one you're looking at. This button shows you asset documentation, such as work procedures and isolation instructions. This takes you to the web dashboard for the asset. If available, this opens a map to show you where the asset's located on site. This button makes all of the displayed information translucent so you can see through it. Hitting the map button displays the floor plans of your site. You can move the map by touching and dragging. Zoom by using two fingers at once. Bringing your fingers apart zooms in, bringing them together zooms out. You can navigate between levels by using the arrow buttons at the top of the screen. You can return to the original asset by pushing the location marker. And to go back to the camera, push back. That covers most of the options. But there are times you'd like to know about an asset when you're not close to it. Don't worry, we handle that too. Touch here to search for an asset. Just start typing the name or reference number and a list of options will appear. Touch here to see some of the assets you've recently scanned, if you'd like to quickly go back without having to walk there. This button drops down a list of the pinned properties, allowing you to keep an eye on values on distant equipment. And finally, this last button allows you to adjust some of ARDI-AR's settings and to shut down the app. Of course, the best way to learn how to use ARDI-AR is to get out there and try it. While it's got a few buttons and options, once you're connected to your ARDI server, you can get started with one simple instruction. Look at your asset, and the information you need will be right at your fingertips.